Baruch Hashem, we continue another 5 minutes of tefillah. Yesterday we learned incredible lesson from the brisker from the surgeon. How when you know that you're about to do something incredible, for much time prior, you're thinking about it, you're contemplating, you're worrying, you're stiff, you're tense. What am I going to do? How am I going to perform? That's how the brisker prepared mentally for Havdalah, to be mavdil, to separate between Shabbos and the weekday. An incredible action of Havdalah. It wasn't something he just picked up the kais and said the bracha. It was on his mind. He thought about it. He delved into it. And now Rav Shimshon Pincus plays this out with a beautiful mashal. We'll say it the way he says it. And even in his perfect words, it applies to each and every person. He says there's a teenager, Bein Azmanim, vacation. He has off from yeshiva, he has off from work, we could say. And he goes to the beach. He wants to go swim, relax, exercise, a little bit of everything. A wonderful, pleasureful outlet, a productive day. And as the day comes to a close, he feels great. And he packs his stuff up, 5:30. He starts packing his stuff up, and he starts walking towards the bus. Obviously, we're in Israeli terms over here. No one's walking back to their car to drive home. Go, take the bus back home. And on the way to the bus, at 5:45, he notices, Ivey, Shkia. Shkia's coming at 6 o'clock. He realizes he's going to miss Mincha. So what does he do? He drops his stuff on the ground. He rubs his hand in the stand, and he davens Shemoneh Esrei. Says Rav Shimshon Pincus, let's delve into this person's mind for a moment. Do you really think that Shemoneh Esrei is going to be something so exciting? No, because he just stopped, dropped, and rolled literally and just started davening. And furthermore, any moment he's worried, wait, the bus is going to come, he's peeking out of his eye. But we now ask ourselves, well, what could he have done differently? Says Rav Shimshon Pincus, let's utilize what the brisker taught us. Let's utilize this mindset of the surgeon. Says the brisker at 4:30, he knows that he's going to have to daven mincha that day. So at 4:30, he's still in the water, but he realizes, I'm going to have to daven mincha today. I'm not getting on a bus till later. I'm not going to make it to a minyan. I'm going to have to daven on the side of the road. And then at 5 o'clock, he again reminds himself, I got to daven mincha before the bus. Firstly, says the Shimshon Pincus, he probably won't wait till 5:30 to get out of the water. He'll get out a few minutes earlier. He'll gather his stuff. He'll walk to the bus stop. And he's already ready. He knows this is how he's going to have to daven. He knows he's going to have to daven on the side of the road. And maybe throughout that process from 4 o'clock when he remembered about Mincha, he'll remind himself, what is Mincha? I'm going to talk to God. I'm not going to have a minyan. I'm not going to have a shul. It's not the greatest situation, but I need a daven. I need to clear my mind for a minute or two to talk to Hashem. And maybe he'll remind themselves of the things that we learned, that every tefillah has its own special uniqueness. No two snowflakes are the same. No two tefillahs are the same. Perhaps he'll conjure up the image that the tefillah right over here on the side of the road has its own special spark of kedusha that it could pick up. Now, at 5:30, when he stands to daven, it's the exact same place and maybe the exact same time, but he's in a completely different headspace. The tefillah will be completely different. What changed? Did he get out of the water at 4 o'clock and sit down for an hour and a half and contemplate? Did he somehow quickly find the minyan? He did nothing different. The difference was, it was in his mind. He was mentally thinking about it, preparing for it, realizing what he's going to do. So then when he stood to daven, he was able to do it appropriately. And the final mashal he tells us is, imagine, an incredible imagination. You have a trip to the moon. You yourself are going to the moon. And you prepare for months and weeks and everything is ready. The day of the trip, you wake up, there's butterflies in your stomach. You know what you have to do, but the whole day you're worrying and you're thinking and you're planning and you're preparing. Says Rav Shimshon Pincus. And when in the middle of Shemoneh Esrei, We fly up to Shemayim. We stand in front of a Kisei HaKavod. We talk face to face with the creator of the world. Is it any less? So yes, these are high and lofty goals and ordeals. But he concludes and he tells us with a little bit of thought, with a little bit of practice, we can habituate ourselves to actually be able to come to such a place. B'siyata d'shmaya, the more that we focus on it, the more that we try a little bit. There's a mincha coming up. There's a ma'ariv coming up. I might have to daven in this place or that place. And certainly if you're davening in your shul, in your yeshiva, in a great place, a few minutes before, you think about what you're going to do. You don't just stop and dive into Shemona Esrei, and it'll make all the world of a difference in the tefillah.